Oh, snap. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick. If you like true crime, hit the follow button on TikTok. We're live on TikTok. YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. Rumble, hit the follow button. Hit the thumbs up button. Y'all, welcome in. It's great to see everybody. We got some stuff to talk about. We got some cases to talk about. Maddie Soto first. There's new videos. There's new interrogation videos. There's like body cam footage of the not stepdad because they weren't married, but the like I said on TikTok, the pile of human garbage. Yeah, there's like body cam footage of him in the back of the cop car. All kinds of stuff. So we're gonna jump into it, y'all. Okay, so you guys ready for this? YouTube, can you hear me? Thumbs up in the chat. Rumble, thumbs up in the chat if y'all can hear me. TikTok, if you want to watch the video along with us, pop on over to YouTube. Just search The Mystery Project on YouTube or Rumble. You can find it. Do we know you, sir? Jamie, right? And Sierra, thank you so much for the fires. Very sweet. All right, y'all. I'm going to shrink myself down on YouTube. Let's get into this. Here we go.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So my daughter was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it.
Jenn Soto, the mother of Maddie Soto, is talking to deputies the night that Maddie was reported missing. Body camera footage just released is giving us a look at the earliest stages of the missing persons case that sadly turned into a homicide investigation. Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy.
God. See, I take like a week off, spend time with family, hang out with Lex, and then we get back into these cases, and I'm like, oh, it's like so heartbreaking. This girl was 13, y'all. Insane. 13.
Maddie Soto's mom, Jenn Soto,
By one day,
reported her missing on the evening of February 26th. The community had searched for Maddie, hoping to find her alive. Maybe she just ran off, but that really wasn't like Maddie. Sadly, Maddie's body was found days later, and the sometimes live-in boyfriend of Maddie's mom, Stephan Sterns, was arrested and charged with sex crimes related to Maddie.
right?
At the time, police said Sterns was the prime suspect in Maddie's murder and disappearance, but it took many more weeks for Sterns to face a murder charge in Maddie's death.
The evidence shows an individual that was entrusted to keep Madeline safe made calculated moves to dispose Madeline's belongings and place her body in a wooded area before she was ever reported missing.
Yeah, and you're going to burn in hell for that one, too. Was it Stephen or Stefan or loser, douchebag, whatever you want to call it?
For the 4 days following her disappearance, the entire community was actively looking to find Madeline safe and alive. Tragically, on March 1st, Madeline's remains were found.
Now we're getting a firsthand look at what happened the night that Maddie was reported missing. Deputies in Orange County, Florida, that includes the Orlando area, got the call and went to talk with Maddie's mom, Jenn Soto, and Stephan Sterns.
Stefan.
At this point, this was a missing
Lori, thank you.
persons investigation. Here's a look at a deputy talking with Maddie's mom in the early moments of the investigation.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So my daughter was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
Looking for another one.
Good police
People are
officer
still
showed
on
up,
the scene.
so
Let's put that out.
And TikTok, I keep saying it. Y'all hit the follow button, tap the screen like crazy. And we're watching the body cam footage. I can't show it on TikTok, but if you want to watch it with us, pop on over to YouTube, y'all. Just search The Mystery Project on YouTube. You can find the channel, subscribe, give me a thumbs up over here, but come watch the video. Put the video up on the TV or on the iPad or whatever, and stay in the chat on your phone and TikTok. But hit that follow button if you're new here, y'all. My name's Patrick. If you like true crime, I'm back. And we're going live every single night. TC, thank you for the subscribe. Very sweet of you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Y'all, the TikTok is not monetized at all other than the live gifts and the subscription. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. You do not have to do that. All right, let's keep going.
In hospital location. How old?
13.
I'm trying to get there right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Alright,
So she was supposed to be dropped off at school, didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Wanda, thank you.
and she never came out. They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here, because sometimes she'll walk here to this office. I came here, nothing. I went back to the school, they were closed. I got an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay. What's her name?
Madeline. Madeline.
Madeline.
I will not tap without an explanation. Y'all, the more you tap the screen, the more likes we get, the more TikTok spreads the word about the live stream. Boom.
Last name?
Soto. S-O-T-O.
And look at that pile of garbage right there. TikTok, you can't see it, but YouTube, y'all are coming in now. Look at his smug little face right there. Knowing, I guess still allegedly, right? We have to say allegedly, but knowing what happened, allegedly, knowing where she is, allegedly, having all of the footage of him throwing away her belongings and all that stuff, allegedly. And he's going to sit there with that little face. It makes me want to rage flip my entire desk. I won't do it, but it makes me think about it very intently. My leg's already shaking, y'all. I'm getting upset. This case is going to piss me off. Angenette, good to see you. Thank you. Rand, howdy, ma'am. Thank you for the love, y'all. You don't have to do all that. Thanks for the fires.
O-T-O?
Yeah.
So you saw Jenn Soto there saying that she got a notification from the school saying that Maddie didn't show up. Soto said she reached out to Maddie's teacher as well. There's been a lot of chatter online from people wondering what the school did or didn't do when Maddie didn't show up for school. Also, you may have noticed that Sterns was standing next to Jenn Soto talking on his phone as Soto answered questions from the deputy.
Chris KK, thank you. Wanda, thank you.
The conversation continued from there.
What's the name of the single aid?
Madeline Soto, age 13. I'm trying to get a clothing description now. What was she last seen wearing?
County Color Board, but people hit my call 931, the same call.
Angenette, thank you. Lisa, thank you.
green hoodie.
Misty, it's the Mystery Project on YouTube. It should be on the screen somewhere. TikTok, I never know where it puts it. But the Mystery Project on YouTube is where you'll find the video that we're watching. We're live on YouTube also and Rumble.
Green hoodie.
White Crocs.
White Crocs.
Either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts.
Yeah.
Black shorts? Okay. Black shorts. Alright. Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She does, but she doesn't know where they live.
She doesn't know where they live. Okay.
I asked all of them.
Okay.
Now, what I find interesting about this whole exchange was that Sterns knew what Maddie was last seen wearing, which isn't surprising. He had told law enforcement that he took Maddie to school that morning, but dropped her off at a church. He said Jenn Soto was at home sleeping.
You what?
At the time because she had started a new job working at night.
This dude, everything that man says, y'all already know what I'm going to do. Y'all already know. The case of the missing Patrick and the TikTok followers. Quinn, it's true. I'm here, y'all. I'm here. Don't worry. But every time that man says something, I want to hit him with the...
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Because he sucks. Every word he says is just like, oh, I can't remember what she was wearing. It was either blue or black pants. And the mom's like, no, it was black shorts. Oh. God, he's going to piss me off. Spiritual Diamond, good to see you.
The conversation continued.
Is this like, does she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friend's house? Any places that like she likes to hang out?
Not typically, no.
No.
Not typically?
No.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if I get some.
Thank you.
No problem. And what's good?
Oh, man, look at all those kids hanging out around him, too. Y'all see all those other kids? Maybe her nieces and nephews and things like that. That's crazy as hell.
Where she goes to?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Hunters Creek Middle? Alright, cool. 125. Do you guys have Do you have a picture of her?
Yeah, Steven, you got any pictures of her? You sick. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying. Oh, Steven, why don't you give him your phone now? Did you accidentally factory reset it there? Did you accidentally factory reset it already? Yeah, why don't you show him? Why don't you show him? Huh? Go ahead. Standing there looking like a decrepit ass Fred Durst. Why don't you show him? They're gonna find it.
Can you airdrop it to me?
Dude looks like Fred Durst if he just exclusively worked at Target his whole life. And Limp Bizkit was never a thing. Look at him. Just looking crazy as hell. Oh, no, it's red at Target. Never mind. That was a bad joke. But he has the khakis and the backwards hat. But it's a red shirt, not a blue shirt. Anyways, let's keep going. Sorry, y'all. I start getting heated. I got to cut into the comedy a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Let me see which picture.
Aaron, if you want to see him, pop over to YouTube. TikTok won't let me show you the video. We can listen to it on TikTok, but you can watch it and listen to it on YouTube. Just search The Mystery Project. Come give me a subscribe.
Sure, I don't know which picture.
We're live on both platforms. Angie, thank you. Always groovy. Is that what it is? Thank you. It's going to take us a minute to get where we go. I didn't, y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm right here. I should have done a story, huh? I don't know how to do all that.
Recently, probably from a birthday party, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't there, so I have to look at what's up.
QV don't do Durst like that. I'm just saying it looks like it's not, but I'm saying like if that was the case.
Go ahead. That's what I'm about to grab right now. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you.
Angie, I would never dream of it. Virginia, she was 13, just turned 13.
Is this a good enough picture, or do you need a whole body picture?
Perfect.
Okay. How do I airdrop? I don't know how to do it.
I got you. Okay, where's the photo? Right there.
It's on WhatsApp.
That's fine.
And Sierra, you're incredible. Thank you so much. That's off the grid unicorn. Thank you for the off the grid action. Sierra, so freaking sweet. Getting it started. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I saved it to my photos, so you could go.
You saved it to your photos?
Oh, Chrissy, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. Mel's, it's The Mystery Project. It should be on the screen. Y'all, can you see it? Thumbs up in the chat if you can see The Mystery Project. The Mystery Project on YT.
Yeah, we can just go straight to the photos.
Jamie, yeah, that definitely says something.
Okay, perfect. Give me a second. I'm going to send it out right now to my other guys.
Thank you very much.
So Sterns thanked the deputy for his help in trying to find Maddie. Prosecutors and police now say that entire time, Sterns knew exactly where Maddie was because he killed her and ditched her body. That evening, deputies then went with
Unbelievable.
Sterns to the area where he said he dropped her off.
Is it here?
It was along this stretch. I can't remember the exact spot, but it was around where these communities were.
Look at him just wasting everybody's time. Allegedly.
Oh, thank you.
The sticker disappeared? Really? Oh, I wonder if it's because I put the one thing. Can y'all see it now? Thumbs up. Can y'all see it?
So it's like around where these communities were.
Okay.
And it's just like in this stretch, like we could see the overpass down there.
Where's the school?
Just on the other side of the overpass. So somewhere around here. So yeah, somewhere, maybe not this one, but the next one possibly. It's right in this stretch. When we just came down and we drove about halfway down, she was like, "That's good right here."
Okay.
On the second floor.
Alexander, thank you. Blue Eyes, thank you for the follows. Tandy, thank you.
So Sterns is there in his silver Lincoln with the deputies, telling them where he dropped off Maddie that morning.
Lying through his damn teeth.
Why the fuck you lying?
The deputy walked around with his flashlight, looking for any sign of Maddie as Sterns stood by.
Supervisor on the channel, 20.
Teresa, I 100% agree. Because that dude knows so much. And he's just walking around acting all crazy as hell. Trying to be like, oh, I think it was right here. I don't know. Just lying through his damn teeth.
26 call holding. Channel 0405. 10-4, thank you.
No cameras as of right now.
I can't believe that in this day and age, there's no cameras going on anywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we can find something.
Especially around the school.
Yeah.
The investigation then moved to the church where Sterns said he dropped off Maddie that morning. Sterns had said Maddie asked to be dropped off in that area because she was kind of embarrassed by his car. It was an older one. Deputies looked at surveillance video from that morning.
Aventura, what's the other?
What they were saying, right? She left her phone on to me. It's like, that feels intentional. You know? Like, I don't want to be tracked.
See, Mama, no, I didn't.
What time is it right now there? 8:55 already?
Yeah, just about. No. Is it 8:55? Yeah, just about 8:55.
So when does school start? Like 9:20?
Yeah, like usually Olivia leaves here at around 9. She walks 9:05, 9:10. They have to be there before 9:30. That's when the first bell rings, yeah.
Oh, it's 8:51 actually.
Now, you saw that there was a black box over the computer screen, and sometimes these records are redacted, and the police have to put that box up so you can't necessarily see what they're looking at.
Oh, wait.
There's a
Wait,
person.
a person
That's why it's blocked out like that, y'all.
getting out of the car. Out from a kid.
3406.
We're getting in that car.
Kimberly, thank you so much. Oh, Kimberly, thank you. Very sweet. Thanks for subscribing to the show. Y'all, hit the follow button if you're new here. My name's Patrick. If you're on TikTok, hit the follow button. Tap the screen like crazy, y'all. 25,000 likes. Let's get it. YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button. Same thing on Rumble. Thank you guys for being here. We're talking about Maddie Soto right now. And there's new videos, new body cam footage like this. And here pretty soon, they're going to start talking about Jenn Soto, her mom. And y'all let me know. Thumbs up, you think something's weird with her? Thumbs down? Nope, she didn't know anything. In the chat right now, let's see.
So everyone got pretty excited. They thought it might be Maddie getting out of Sterns' car since he said he dropped her off at the church. But it turned out it wasn't Maddie. But at the time, deputies believed that it was her on the video.
She's gone by 9.
So let me see, 2000. Yep, 9:59. So it should be sometime within 2059. And that's recorded.
A lot of thumbs up.
Bring it back. 2058.
Chrissy, absolutely. Y'all, if you see cases that you want me to cover, message them to me, email them to me, tag me in them. You can do all those things. Absolutely, 100%.
She gets up on the floor.
She got up. She's walking.
Yeah.
And she walked away.
Towards the school.
Is that dude? Is that Stephan or whatever the hell back there saying, yeah, that is, yeah.
Yeah, she's off property by 2059.
So nobody picked her up.
No, nobody picked her up.
At this point in time, deputies believe it's Maddie on the blurry video, and they see her walk away from the church alone, but nobody picked her up.
Alrighty, thank you guys. I got that on my video, so I'll get that to the detectives. Again, thank you. I'm just gonna put the school, the church, as the place that she was last seen. Detectives might be out here to come talk to you guys. You might see a private number or like Orange County number. So that's probably one of them trying to contact you guys through the business line. All right. All right. Thank you guys again.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. See you again. I hope I see you guys, but on better circumstances.
Then the deputy went outside to update a family member of Maddie's.
So it's possible that she came here and sat in the parking lot for a while. It's blurry video, but it looks like a adolescent child sitting right there, and she's sitting. The people here said that they were adamant they seen her on the property, but like I said, it's a blurry video, and I don't see her getting into anybody's car in the video. I see her sitting on property for give or take 10 minutes, and then walking.
Oh man, and that wasn't her.
Off property. I don't know which way she went from there.
Well,
around like I'll say.
Is there any way I can see so you can confirm it?
It's really
Kelly, thank you.
It's like there's no possible way. You can ask them to see if they could allow you to see the video. I can't really grant that for you, and just have them see if they have them. But yeah, I had her sitting there, and then she walked right off the property. I'm trying to see, I'm gonna send that to my detectives, see what they can do with that, and get more video.
Cameras like that show the bridge or anything?
No.
So you heard the deputy say that he saw the blurry video from the church that appeared to show a girl sitting on the property. He thought it might be Maddie. Deputies and police would later say it wasn't Maddie. As this was happening, deputies got out a canine to try to pick up Maddie's scent.
Hold on, buddy. I gotta fix it. I'm gonna fix your lead. Hold on. I gotta fix it. I know. Whenever I open the door, he wants to jump out.
Imagine the canine just runs right to Stephen, or what is it, Stephan? I hear it all kinds of different ways. It runs right to that dude, and they're like, "Gotcha."
Hello.
Kimberly, thank you.
You're stinky. Hold on, dude.
She's talking to her dog. The deputy.
Hold on, son. Sniff ya. So I'm gonna, no, you're not going in there. I'm gonna introduce it to him, but I'm gonna drop the bag on the floor if you wanna pick it up again. Okay. Just in case I have to like reintroduce it to him.
Okay, I got you.
Sorry.
Now, just in case you didn't know, they had to give the dog something of Maddie's to pick up her scent. That's what the dog handler meant when she talked about possibly reintroducing the product. Then the handler and the dog got to work, and it sounds like they started out where the girl on the blurry video was seen walking.
She like went straight, walked in the grass, or she went towards the road?
She walked in the grass and then from there walked like, onto the road.
Kind of curved?
Yeah, kind of curved around.
Okay. I'm just wondering, it's gonna be hard to tell whether she went left or right.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she was trying to walk back home on her own or if she was trying to go to her friend's house.
Probably the most I'll say is she would walk back to the
Chrissy, thank you.
Grandmother's job is running straight that way. So that's probably like the only way.
Yeah. But grandmother never saw her.
Grandmother said she never saw her.
The dog handler then gave the dog something of Maddie's to sniff again in the hope that he would pick up her scent.
Oof. Alexandra, thank you for the super chat. Where have you been? We must see you. I just took a few days off, spent some time with family, spent some time with my little man, You guys know how it is. But I'm back. Thank you for the super chat, though. Very sweet. TikTok, by the way, hit the follow button, tap the screen like crazy. 25,000 likes. We're almost there. And TikTok, if you want to watch the video along with us, pop over to YouTube. The Mystery Project on YouTube. Do you guys see the Mystery Project sticker thingy? It should be up here somewhere. But just search The Mystery Project on YouTube. You can find the channel. Come subscribe and watch the video along with us. All right, let's keep going.
No, I knew you were going to do that. When he can tell that the leash isn't on his neck anymore. Yeah. He can feel it. Nope. Nope. Fíjate. Come on, good boy, fíjate. He's like automatically trying to go to that push. Stop crittering. Come on.
Man, that's crazy though. Why don't they put like an air tag or something on that dog, give him the scent, and then just let him go, and then just follow him on the air tag and get in your car and just drive right over and be like, oh, this is where they're at. Probably because you can't do that, or it doesn't make sense, or in my head it makes sense, but in practicality it's like, nope, that's really a horrible way to do something. But to me, it seems like it would work, right?
Leave it. Just trying to look for it.
The dog then tried to follow a track.
Relax. My thing is when he, like an old track like this, he shouldn't be pulling too hard. Just because it gets contaminated from the kids and stuff walking home. So he shouldn't be. That's how I can usually tell if he's crittering. And he's just picking up like animal scent or whatever, just digging around.
As the video continued, the dog handler had a clue that the canine was not picking up Maddie's scent.
Older tracks.
Oh, damn. Sweet V. It's called The Mystery Project on YouTube. The Mystery Project.
He's usually slower, like a more like methodical track. Like it would normally be like a pace like that, just because he's working hard to try to find it. But if he doesn't, yeah, he's got to try to like filter through everybody else's like scent cells and stuff that are falling on top of the missing person. So it's like it's a little.
You know what the worst part is too, y'all? The whole time, allegedly still, right? We have to say allegedly, but the whole time that POS knows exactly where she is, what happened, everything, allegedly, right? We have to say allegedly, right? So they're wasting all this time, all this energy. That dog could be on another case. This deputy could be on another case. All these people could be doing something for someone who actually, you know what I mean? Like could be better use of their resources, or they could be actually recovering her sooner, starting that investigation sooner and everything. But that pile of human garbage is like, I don't know. I think I dropped her off over here. He's just standing there like this. I don't know. Sorry, I went all JP Miller on you there.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
But he's crazy as hell. Let's keep going.
A bit harder, so he shouldn't be.
Hey, yeah, he's in jail.
Pulling so hard. With like the fresh ones, like if somebody like just robbed a bank or whatever and took off, then he would be like that. But usually I can tell when he's not on it, when he's trying to hurry up and run fast. Come on. Dude. It's a tough one. Get run over, buddy. We're doing our...
Oh, see, that's why. She even just said, oh, don't get run over, buddy. Yeah. You were the first live that You are the first live that I missed. Came here every. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, Dog Crazy, thank you so much. Yeah, yo, I took a little bit of time off, spent some time with the family, but here I am. I'm back and ready to go. TikTok, by the way, hit me with some fires. So TikTok will continue to spread the word about the live stream. Tap the screen like crazy. Hit the follow button if you're new here. Come over to YouTube if you want to watch the video with us. Just search The Mystery Project on YouTube. Okay, let's keep going.
Certification.
Oh, and I see a lot of people asking for recap. Basically, this girl's name is Madeline Soto. She went missing. This is the body cam footage of that night and like them looking for her. But her mother's boyfriend has since been arrested and charged with all kinds of y'all. They found his phone. He said he accidentally factory reset it, but they got around that pretty easily, found everything that was on it. And there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images and videos of him and this. Well, she was 13 when she went missing, but 12 all the way back to, I think, all the way back to when she was like 6, 7, or 8, something like that. Absolutely disgusting. He's in jail for that. And then he got charged with actually taking her life because they found all kinds of videos of him throwing her stuff away. They have video of what looks to be Madeline in his car, and she looks like she's already passed at that point. Unbelievably tragic. But he's in jail right now, so that's good. All right, let's keep going.
On Wednesday, our certification track, and my corporal laid a track today for me to run on Wednesday. That's going to be like a 45-hour aged like track. But it's like it's like where there's trails and stuff, and it's not contaminated.
Oh, okay.
So, like in a wooded area, which is like where they excel at. But these kind of tracks are always so hard.
Yeah, especially residential, especially all these tracks and all that.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. Let me go a little bit further that way, and then if he's acting up still, then I'm gonna call it. But
you want to read?
No, he should still be okay. Dog.
If you watch, the dog keeps going, but just for a few more minutes.
Like, I mean, if I had to guess, get out of there. If I had to guess, you probably went that way.
Yeah.
But, ow, dude. Just because also, he dumped her off here, or he dumped her off up ahead.
Oh my God. If only she knew in that moment that allegedly, yeah. Oh my God. YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. My name's Patrick. If you like true crime, we're live every single night. Tap the screen like crazy too, y'all. Let's get to 50,000 likes over on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Let's keep going. And come over to YouTube if you want to watch the video, y'all. The Mystery Project.
Okay.
I should walk this way, coming down.
So her scent's probably all over here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. What are you telling me? You hear? No.
Oh, damn. Dog jumped up there. Stacy, good to see you. Wait a minute. I thought we were your family. Of course you guys are. That's why I'm with you every night.
Yeah, we can call it.
And thank you for the super chat, Stacy.
Because I bet, I can almost feel like tomorrow they're gonna find out she was either with a friend or she spent the night somewhere.
No, man, if only.
Because she didn't want to go home or whatever, or didn't want to go to school, or she talked to somebody and she just deleted everything before she. They probably have tracking on her phone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she probably knows it. So Yeah, we'll call it. He's just not. It's just hard. He's not giving me anything like decent. But like if I were to bet, it'd probably be that way. But come here, doofus. But who knows? Oh, is that you telling me you're done? Moron. Jesus. This is what I have to deal with. This is him not wanting to do anything else. Oh my god, dog. Bruh. Seriously, bro. This is embarrassing. You're embarrassing.
I know she's just joking here with the dog, but he really is so cute. And really the point is the dog was not picking up Maddie's scent. He wasn't on her trail, and
because she never was there. I wonder if that lady like looks back though and she's like, "Oh man, I probably should have been a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more professional."
Dog was done. He had already smelled something with her scent on it, and he couldn't pick her up. Then you heard the grandma handler say she had a hunch.
There's KK, right? Almost.
That Maddie would turn up the next day. Sadly, that didn't happen. Meanwhile, deputies went to Maddie's home to check out things.
Oh, Lord.
Careful.
Hey, man. I just want to verify the clothing.
Oh, okay. What? Stop.
The video then goes to black.
Man, they should have came in and said, "Sir, you have the right to remain silent," just to see what he did. He'd be like, and try to run. Got him.
It's redacted, possibly because the deputy went inside Maddie's house, and often that has to be redacted under the law. Within days, Sterns was placed under arrest. He would later be charged with more than 60 sex crimes related to Maddie. The sheriff of Orange County said then,
"What? What the fuck?"
Yeah, you're going to burn in hell for all of those. Mr. I accidentally factory reset my phone. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Our forensic team can go ahead and pull all that stuff back. All good, sir. You have the right to remain silent.
that Sterns was the prime suspect in Maddie's death and disappearance.
It's our belief that she was killed in Kissimmee and that he moved her body.
The day after those body camera videos, Sterns spoke with detectives at length. They locked him into a story about what happened that morning, what he did, and why.
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand, so we wanted to make good time. We did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30ish, 7:45ish maybe. Got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of the time, just snoozing until we got there. We got to McDonald's. We're close to McDonald's. I said, "You still want it?" Wasn't interested in the McDonald's anymore, so we continued on.
Sterns then told detectives,
"Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying."
Everybody knows that you're lying right there. A 13-year-old is going to turn down getting McDonald's breakfast?
You what?
No. You're lying.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
I agree.
detectives about dropping off Maddie and why he didn't take her directly to the school.
She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hoopties. I get it. It's an image thing. But that was sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40-ish, somewhere in there. It was along this stretch of the road that on the right side that has all the communities on it before you get to the overpass. You could see the overpass from where it was. So it was on that side, on that stretch of road, and that's where I dropped her off. And she said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to go find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, yeah, it's fine. Kids get dropped off early enough as it is, so it's not totally unusual for that.
Missy RN, shout out to the nurses. Thank you so much. Missy RN coming in hot. Thank you. You guys are so sweet.
It's just not usually that early that I drop her off. I do school runs every once in a while for her. I said, okay, let her out. Have a good day. Love you. Thanks. Love you too.
Love you, you sick son of a... Give me 5 minutes with him, allegedly. Oh, I can't stand to hear you say that stuff. Every time he talks, I'm like...
Emotional damage.
And I turned around and was driving away and was watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was going where she was supposed to go. And she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something. What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that, but I find out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone.
Just making
she was
shit
still
up.
kind of making her way towards that direction, so it looked okay. Looked like any other day. And I just continued on.
And remember the dog handler talking about Maddie's cell phone and how her parents likely had tracking on it? This is what Sterns told detectives about him and Maddie both not having their cell phones with them that morning.
Is it normal for her to not have her phone?
Unfortunately, she's severely ADHD, as am I and her mother.
And he starts saying all that kind of stuff too. You're gonna burn in hell, dude. Andrea in the house. Long time no see. Hey, y'all. Thank you for the Rumble rant. Very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So it is not uncommon at all, and in fact, very, very usual thing for her to forget things.
Crystal, that's what I'm saying. This dude's voice and JP Miller's voice driving me crazy for the last month and a half. Just that, like really?
Forget her head if it wasn't screwed on. And we're forgetful about, writing her about that point. It will remind her, and then it will leave our mind, and she'll say okay, and then it will leave her mind.
And is she on medication for this stuff?
Normally, yes. She's been staying with her grandparents a lot this week while her mom was working. So she has not been getting her meds a whole lot.
Okay.
So she was really spacing.
Where's mom working at?
Oh shit, there's a loud ass airplane, y'all. Sorry.
What changed in her hours that she needs all this thing?
She's training, so it's not a set schedule yet.
Okay.
The sheriff of Orange County said back when Sterns was first taken into custody in early March that he believed Maddie was dead when Sterns left the apartment complex with her that morning.
Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time and that Stephan Sterns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day.
That poor girl.
We have video.
Unbelievable. She didn't deserve any of that.
Video evidence that shows Stephan Sterns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26th. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster.
Sterns was charged with murdering Maddie in late April after a lengthy investigation.
Good.
Remember, he also faces those sex crimes charges.
Yeah, you're gonna burn in hell for all that. Kim, thank you so much for the super chat. Kim, so sweet. Thanks for the love and the support, y'all.
Investigators said they found 1,700 images of sex acts in Sterns' Google Drive, some depicting sex acts with Maddie.
Oh, you're gonna burn in hell. Jenny, thank you for the dinosaur, dude. Unbelievable. Did they say 1,700?
How dare you?
He's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail just from that. Get him on the other one though, and see ya. Go all Dexter on him.
Some of them while she was asleep.
He's in Florida, isn't he? Go Dexter on him.
Also told you here on Crime Fix last month that investigators asked Jenn Soto about their sleeping habits. She said that she, Sterns, and Maddie sometimes slept in the same bed, but there were times when Maddie and Sterns would sleep together in another bed.
What? What the fuck?
She's culpable for that. That's disgusting. ladies, are you going to let your, at that time, preteen daughter sleep in a separate bed with your boyfriend? That's, I mean, how old is he? He's like 40 something, right? Almost 50. Just sleep together in a random bed. Just those two?
How dare you?
Bruh.
Give me a break. That's crazy as hell. Like, that's crazy as hell. Like, upsets my stomach to think about how depraved that dude is. Ugh. Sleep, come sleep. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna say it. Not even gonna say it. You guys know what I'm gonna say.
So she could get better sleep because of her anxiety. Investigators said they showed photos of Sterns and Maddie engaged in sex acts. The document is redacted with names blacked out, but it says Jenn Soto asked to see the image of Stephan and Maddie. I pulled out a printed picture from Stephan's Google Drive that showed Maddie with Stephan's penis in her mouth. Jenn said she didn't recognize anything in the picture, as if she was in denial. However, she became visible.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, y'all? They hit you with those accusations of your boyfriend, and then there's like, what are you talking about? There's no way. And they're like, ma'am, I'm sorry to tell you, unfortunately, take a look at this.
Upset. I want to be very clear here. Jenn Soto is not facing any charges in this case.
Yet.
And we don't know if she will face charges.
Maybe not. Maybe so. Judge, let's take a poll, y'all. Thumbs up. You think yes, eventually? Thumbs down. You think nope, totally fine. She had nothing to do with it.
The police chief said earlier that they had interviewed Jenn Soto and she had cooperated. Meanwhile, records released by the state attorney quote some of what Sterns told investigators. Quote, Stephan stated that Maddie always needed human contact when going to sleep. Stephan referred to it as snuggling.
That's sick too, you weirdo. That's sick too. That doesn't make it sound any better. Oh, we found 1,700 pictures of you and her and all this stuff. And you just wanted to snuggle her? At that time, she was what, 10, 11, 12 years old? No, dude. No. What the hell's wrong with you? Burn in hell. Y'all, hit me with the fires if you want him to burn in hell. Jesse, you're about to do it, though. Thank you so much for the love, y'all. This dude is sick.
The interview went on. I asked Stephan if Maddie has ever been sexually active with anyone in the past. Stephan stated there was an incident when she was much younger. Stephan said Maddie did something with a phone or camera, but she wasn't scolded for it. Stephan said she was very young when this happened.
Probably, I mean, who knows? But with everything that we know, probably at his direction, I would imagine. Right? I mean, unfortunately.
Sterns remains in the Osceola County Jail, being held on those murder charges and the sex crime charges.
Yeah, where he's going to stay for the rest of his miserable existence. Unless I get my hands on it. I'm just kidding. TikTok, YouTube, overlords. Rumble, I can say whatever I want. I'll type it in the Rumble chat. Just kidding. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. Tap the screen like crazy. Tap the screen like, oh, Gracie, thank you for the hand hearts. Thank you so much. Angie, thank you. Y'all, 50,000 likes. Hit the follow button if you're new here. Pop over to YouTube, The Mystery Project on YouTube if you want to watch the videos. And here we go. We're going to keep it going. I think Christina Randall also did a video, so we're going to watch that one as well. Jesse, thank you so much. Very sweet. You guys are very sweet. The channel is not monetized other than those live gifts and the subscription. So, y'all, every time you do that, it helps support the show and tells TikTok to keep sharing the stream out. So thank you. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. And Nurse KK, you're ridiculous. The trunk, really? Wow, thank you. So sweet. All right, let's go. Come on, Christina, what you got
So
for us?
we are going to be talking about Madeline today. Now, this is an ongoing case as of now, and there's a lot.
The YouTube channel is The Mystery Project, y'all. Can you see the Mystery Project sticker thingy? Y'all should be able to see it. It's somewhere on the screen. The Mystery Project.
A lot of information out there. I'm talking about a lot. The rabbit holes go very, very deep in all different directions. So I'm going to do my best to tell you guys the whole entire story from the stuff that is from public information that is already out there. I'm not a professional. Do your own research, form your own opinions. At the end, I'm going to give y'all my opinion, but I got a feeling we're going to all be on the same wavelength with this one. So make sure you stay to the end of the video if you guys want to hear my opinion. So today's video takes place in Kisssimmee, Florida. Now let me tell y'all about Kisssimmee, Florida. Kissimmee, Florida is a city that's down in central Florida, and it's just south of Orlando. In 2022, it had a population of 80,000 people. It is also said to have a very thriving economy, countless of entertainment options, and a lack of state income tax. It's also said to have a very
Let's go. Love that.
unique diversity of different types of people that live there. However, some of the people that live in Kissimmee, Florida, have said that it's not all rainbows and sunshines. Some people say that the
Yeah, because you got hurricanes and shit in Florida. Christina Randall, you live in Florida, don't you? You know that. They got hurricanes. They got all kinds of stuff. I lived in Louisiana. We got hurricanes and shit there too.
untamed natural areas of this part of Florida are home to
That was my nickname in high school.
many different
Untamed natural area.
wildlife animals like snakes,
Just kidding, y'all.
rodents, alligator, deer, and even bear. And the traffic down there can get pretty heavy because it is so close to Orlando or some of the biggest amusement parks and places like Walt Disney World, SeaWorld, Gatorland, Discovery Cove, and so much more. Now, Madeline Soto was 13 years old, and she was living in Kissimmee, Florida, with her mother, Jennifer Soto, and her stepfather, Stephan Sterns. Madeline's biological...
Ugh. Just that dude's name pisses me off. Andrea! Bye, bitch. I mean, this is the nicest possible way not, right? Thank you for the Rumble Rant, Andrea. So sweet. So sweet. Are we going to get some off-the-grid action tonight, y'all? Shout out to Sierra. Going off the grid. Unicorn. Nurse KK, thank you. Can you pin case name above your head so you can do it too? It won't let me do two. Just so the Mystery Project, y'all, you can find the case name, the videos we're watching, all in the description on the YouTube channel. You can find everything. So pop over to YouTube, just search the Mystery Project. It's much easier because I can just list everything out right there. So pop on over. Pop on over. Mystery Project.
Father, Tyler Wallace, is married, and he lives, I believe, pretty far away from Kissimmee, Florida. It seems like it's possibly Texas, or maybe even he's in the military, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, Jennifer and her long-term boyfriend, Stephan, weren't actually married, but he's been referred to as Madeline's stepfather. They were on again, off again, boyfriend and girlfriend for quite a while, and I even found online some photos that date all the way back to at least 2018 with him in the picture with Madeline. So he's been in her life for quite a long time. Now, Madeline had actually just...
That's what, 6 years? And she was 13? So 7 at least? You sick son of a...
turned 13 on February 22nd of this year, and she celebrated her birthday on Sunday, February 25th, with her family at her grandmother's house. It is said that Madeline was so happy during her celebration, and that Madeline was a happy girl, and that it really showed on that Sunday. However, the next day after this birthday party, everything would change. On the following day, which was Monday, February 26th, Madeline's stepfather, or mom's boyfriend, Stephan, says that he drove Madeline to school that morning. He says that he dropped her off at 8:40 a.m. a few blocks from her school, Hunter Creek Middle School, and that he dropped her off near a church, and it was about a half of a mile from her school. Now, when Stephan was asked about this, he said that she was very particular about what car she was seen getting out of at her
Brooke, thank you so much. Brooke, you came in hot right there. You guys are so sweet.
School, and that's why he ended up dropping her off there by this church, which kind of makes sense. If any of y'all have teens or preteens, you know, they start going through that phase of not wanting to be seen, or don't, you know, kiss me or hug me too much, or, ooh, this car's kind of a hoopty, I don't want my friends to see me in it. And that's basically what Stephan said was going on. However, when Madeline's mother, Jennifer, went to pick Madeline up that afternoon
Angie, thank you.
from school, she said that she drove up there. She did not see Madeline. She ended up driving around. She couldn't find her. That's when she went into the school, and she was informed that Madeline had actually never even stepped foot into school that day. Jennifer, Madeline's mother, completely freaked out about this. This is when she realized that Madeline had actually left the home that morning without her phone. She left her phone just sitting right there on the table, and so therefore she was not able to reach her at all. By
This dude is crazy. Kim, thank you.
8 p.m. that evening, she ended up reporting Madeline missing. The next day, the real search began. Over 100 deputies, detectives, and other law enforcement personnel and bloodhounds were out looking for Madeline. And the sheriff's office also released a statement to the public about Madeline's disappearance. Now, later that evening, Madeline's mother, Jennifer, did an interview with the media. And in the interview, a lot of people took it a bunch of different ways.
Right. Jenny, thank you.
You know, I've never been in that situation. I never want to be in that situation. But it was very bizarre. Another thing that was bizarre about this interview was the fact that
He was
Stephan...
pacing around. He was pacing around, acting all crazy as hell.
The boyfriend can be seen like hanging around in the background of this, interview behind Madeline's mother, almost like he was trying to just look at this.
Monday morning, we took her to school. We dropped her off close to school, across the street from a church, which is it's right next to the school. She crossed the street and walked to school, what we thought walked to school. My boyfriend who drove her to school drove away at that point. It was seen on video footage that she hung out in the parking lot of the church for a few minutes and then got up and walked towards the school. But she never made it that walk and that was around 9 a.m. when she got up. She never made it to school after that. It's right next to the school. I don't know why she didn't make it. I don't know if something happened on her walk along the way or if she got taken.
And look at his face. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, but look at his face when she's talking about this, and he's over here just like looking crazy as hell.
But she never made it.
Now, mind you, that interview was going on while
Adriana, right?
Madeline is missing. Okay. The next day, the sheriff held a press conference to give an update on this case. During this press conference, it came out that when deputies searched Madeline's home, they learned that Madeline had told friends that she wanted to live in the woods after her 13th birthday. This led the deputies to search the woods behind Madeline's middle school. They did not find her, though. Now, in between, when Jennifer, the mother, noticed that she had not gone to school at all, and this time, which is about 2 days later, a lot of things were going on. There were actually multiple different interviews that were done with Jennifer and the stepdad or boyfriend.
The sicko. Yeah. Andrea, thanks for supporting the show. You got the moms love. True Crime, Mint, Woman's Racerback. Very sweet. That's 2 off the grids, y'all. Thank you.
And
thehauntedSide.com. If you want to check it out, y'all, thehauntedSide.com. There
was even an interview that was done with just him with, I believe, investigators, where the audio was released on him saying what happened. Shockingly, later that evening, Jennifer's boyfriend, long-term live-in boyfriend Stephan, was arrested for charges of SA and possession of child SA material. After
you're gonna burn in hell.
After the detectives found
Jesse, thank you.
disturbing images on Stephan's phone.
See, Bonbon, who knows? Either she didn't want to get in trouble, or she didn't know, or she was like, if you say anything, you'll be next. That, that kind of stuff. Who knows?
During their search. In a release,
but hopefully it all comes out.
Investigators claim that not only did they find this material on his phone, but they also believe that Stephan had tried to delete it from his phone. The detectives said that they were able to pinpoint those crimes directly to the family's home, meaning what they saw or the images that they found on his phone was
were geo-tagged to right there.
Background was at the home where Madeline lived.
And stuff in the picture too.
Now,
good, you're gonna burn in hell for that.
When Stephan was brought into the sheriff's office, investigators tried to interview him, but he asked for an attorney. And after he asked for an attorney, he ended up being booked into the county jail. The sheriff ended up coming out and making a statement saying that Stephan Sterns had an opportunity tonight to come clean with the detectives and help lead them to information about Maddie's disappearance. Her loved ones deserve answers, and the OCSO and the Kisssimmee Police will not stop until we find Maddie. The next day, the sheriff's office released the arrest affidavit for Stephan. Now, in this document, it was said that during the official interview with Stephan about Madeline's disappearance, he provided consent to search his phone. But he did say that he accidentally performed a factory reset on his phone.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
I'm gonna accidentally perform a factory reset on you, Stephan. Allegedly. I'm gonna perform an accidental factory reset.
That day,
thumbs up in the chat. Let's do it.
Which just happened to be the day that Madeline went missing. Now, hello, red flag. The fact that, just think about this, you guys. Here, you can search my phone, but oops, I just performed a factory reset on it today. When the professionals got the phone, went into it, and reviewed his phone, that's when they were still able to find several photos and videos of, we'll say, underage illegal things. So now, now they've got him in jail for the stuff on his phone. And obviously the dots.
Right, Jesse? 100%. Taking the whole damn thing.
Are lining up for the investigators, but they're still, they still have this piece.
Allegedly.
Of information that's missing. Where is Maddie? Now, according to the mother, Madeline was seen, she goes by Maddie, was seen on security camera footage by that church heading towards the school. Later, when the detectives were asked about it, they said that there was somebody on that video, but it was so grainy, nobody could tell was that really her or not. And now he's in jail and he's asked for an attorney and he's not speaking. On March 1st, the sheriff gave another press conference, and during this press conference, he said that the investigators were confident that Maddie had already passed away before she left the area of her home in order to go to school that day. Like, she didn't even make it to school. There's no way that they believe that she was the
so sad. Kim, thank you.
One walking on.
Yeah, Andrew, exactly. Accidentally on purpose, right?
Camera, or that she was dropped off anywhere down there. According to the sheriff, they found video evidence showing Stephan throwing Madeline's backpack and laptop into a dumpster at the apartment.
What is it? WSUP win. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, wrong button. Thank you for subscribing. Very sweet of you.
Apartment complex around 7:35 a.m. that morning that she went missing. The sheriff also said that they had evidence showing Stephan coming back to the apartment complex and that Madeline was visible in the vehicle, but that they believed that at that time she was already gone. Even though the investigators had all of this information, they were not done looking for Madeline, and later that day they would find her. Madeline's body was found in a wooded area off of Hickory Tree Road. This is the area where Stephan was last seen between 1 and 2:30 p.m. the day that Madeline actually went missing. It is said that somebody saw him out in this area changing a flat tire. Later that evening, a vigil was held for Madeline.
Bro, your whole life is a flat tire. Your whole life, your face, everything about you is a flat tire. Just jump in a volcano.
Residents set up this memorial along the road near where Maddie was found. I spoke with people who brought flowers here who say they never met Maddie, but were heartbroken to hear of her loss. Flowers, stuffed animals, and rosaries, all for Madeline Soto. Many in the community were shaken to hear of the 13-year-old's death, especially when her body was recovered in their neighborhood.
I felt devastated. I felt like it was something so messed up and nobody should ever go through that.
Strangely, though, the next day, the Instagram account for the sheriff's office that was investigating for Madeline posted a confidential crime scene
Oh, damn.
photo from Madeline's
Yes, KK, thank you.
case. Apparently, the picture showed Madeline's body after she had already passed, and it is said that the clothes seen in the photo were consistent with the outfit that Madeline was wearing the day that she went missing. The caption beneath the photo said, "Great day out with seniors," with the emoji that looks like this, like the smiley face with the halo around it. The photo was immediately removed and the sheriff's office apologized for their mistake. They didn't really answer any questions about how this ended up happening, though. Even more strangely, that
They did what?
What the fuck?
Oh my God. Kim, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much. YouTube, you guys are incredible. Click the link that's pinned at the very top too. Join the channel. Watch what happens. That's crazy as hell they could do something like that.
crime scene photo was posted the same morning. A civilian sheriff's office employee posted a picture on her personal Facebook of her posing with Stephan outside the jail while he was being transported, who was the prime suspect by this point and in jail for these terrible
You what?
That lady is crazy as hell too. What?
How dare you?
charges. Her caption was, "If God's love has been poured out of your life, don't allow evil to keep you away from what he has prepared for you." Very bizarre.
What the hell?
You what?
This employee is the executive director of the sheriff's office, which is a non-law enforcement position that basically oversees multiple divisions, including media services. That division is specifically responsible for running the sheriff's office.
Man, it sounds like that lady fluffed her resume a little bit, huh?
How dare you?
Dear God. That's like rule number 1. You don't do stuff like that.
Social media accounts and for providing information to the media. This post was also taken down after the media started asking questions, and a spokesperson said that they couldn't answer any specific questions due to an ongoing investigation. So the question is, are the two posts related? Did this woman make this post on Instagram? Did she have a relationship some way, somehow with Stephan? Does she believe that he's innocent? Did she think that if she posted this photo on this other account accidentally, it could harm the state's case against him? There's a lot of theories, but you gotta admit that maybe one post was an accident, but the second one is a little weird. Anyways, while Stephan was being transported, this man had the nerve to complain about the conditions that he had been living in at the jail.
How's the temperature feel? Better than it was. Okay.
Better than it was? You better get used to a hell of a lot hotter. Because you're going to burn in hell. Better than it was. Man.
Thank you. You're welcome. Don't know know why they don't do that. You know, why don't they just kind of like at least give you a blanket, you know?
My core temperature was down. The time they took it, it was like...
Newsflash, no one cares about your core temperature being like a degree or two lower. In fact, you know what? You know what would be great? If your core temperature was like 1,000 degrees hotter. Like perhaps you were tossed in a volcano or something along those lines. That would probably be a little bit better. Not 1 or 2 degrees lower. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow.
And you know what else? Never mind. I ain't even gonna say it.
Sleeping on bare metal. The first night I was on a concrete floor with a roll of toilet paper for a pillow. Nothing else. Begging for a blanket or a pad to sleep on for like 2 days.
Peace. Yup, the lake of fire. Amen. You know what I'd like to see? Remember that scene on Ghost where that dude, that bad guy, like gets the window, falls on him, and then like he's like walking around like, what the hell? And he looks back and he sees himself, and then those little like shadows come out of the ground and like grab him and pull him. That's what I want to see happen to this loser. Just straight up Patrick Swayze Ghost, pull that man down into the depths of hell.
That sounds rough.
I laugh, but it's so true, y'all. This guy sucks.
Man.
A few days later, court documents were released that allegedly Stephan, again, the mom's long-term live-in boyfriend, may have actually been doing things to Maddie for years. The affidavit
absolutely disgusting
itself was partially redacted, but some of the photos and videos found on Stephan's phone had timestamps that dated all the way back to August of 2022. That's just what they could find. Madeline was only 11 years old at that time. Then, the very next week, the state's attorney's office filed 60 new charges against Stephan, none of which included anything related to Madeline's death. He was charged with 8 counts of SA for someone under the age of 12, 5 counts of that with someone from the ages of 12 to 18, and 7 counts of lewd acts, and then 40 counts of unlawful possessions of materials.
Oh God!
Materials, basically showing terrible things to little ones. A 36-page affidavit was released when these new charges came out, but they are very graphic, so we will not be going over any of them here. On March 21st, the chief of police held a news conference basically to say that they were still working intensely on this case and that they did not want to put a timeline on it. And then in April, the medical examiner's office announced that the autopsy report could not be released because the law prevented it and deemed them confidential because she's a minor. However, the 911 calls were released at this time, and there are 3 separate calls, all made asking for the police to help them find Madeline, and they appear to be made by a friend of the family. Now, it's rumored that these 911 phone calls could have been made by the grandma and someone else on February 26th. The callers' identities have been left confidential, but listen to this.
Okay, and then how long has it been, though, since you guys have last seen her? Since this morning. She was dropped off at school this morning, and
Kim, thank you.
Apparently she never showed up. We called everyone we knew, no one's seen her.
And then finally, on April 24th, the state attorney held a press conference and announced that Stephan had been indicted by a grand jury for Madeline's death, which means that the state has enough evidence to at least convince the grand jury that Stephan is guilty. Now, at the time, the state attorney said that he wasn't sure if they would be pursuing the death penalty or not, but most recently, the state's attorney's office released several investigative reports and interview audio from Stephan's interview back on February 27th.
Burn in hell for all this too. Jesse, thank you. So sweet.
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand, so we wanted to make good time. we did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30ish, 7:45ish, maybe.
I hate everything about this guy. Like, literally, I can't stand it.
Got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of
This little girl lost her life at your hands, allegedly, because you wanted to do that stuff. You sick. I'm gonna flip my desk at some point, y'all. Oh God.
the time, just snoozing until we got there. We got to McDonald's.
I'm literally getting heated right now, y'all. He's complaining about his core temperature going down 2 degrees. Mine's going up.
We're close to McDonald's. I said, "You still want it?" Wasn't interested in the McDonald's anymore, so we continued on.
KD, thank you.
And she wanted to be dropped off a little down the ways from the school. She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hoopties. Sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40ish, she said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to go find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, yeah, it's fine. Kids get dropped off early enough as it is. So it's not totally unusual for that to happen. It's just not usually that early that I drop her off. I do school runs every once in a while for her. I said, okay. Let her out. Have a good day. Love you. Thanks. Love you too. And I
Thanks.
turned around and was driving away and was...
Who says, hey, I love you, and they go, thanks. Love you too.
How dare you?
That's weird. Busted right there. It's the craziest shit I've ever heard. Hey, I love you. Thanks. What? It's like that lady that Miss Universe pageant where that lady was like, France! Just thanks. You lying sack of garbage.
Watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was going where she was supposed to go, and she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something. What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that, but I find out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone.
And what did you do after you left the area?
I left to go to the local vape shop because I needed some more vape juice. They weren't quite open yet.
That did not sound like he said vape. Did y'all catch that? Was that a Freudian slip? Let me go back. Listen to what he says. He's trying to say vape, right? Like those things. Oh, it's not. How do you do it? I don't know. I never had one. But look.
The local vape shop because I needed
it's close.
Needed some more vape juice.
That second one, that V is a lot more pronounced.
Quite open yet, so I ended up going back home. Waited about an hour or so and then went back and checked the vape shop again. It was open, so I got what I needed there and came back.
I don't know, you've probably been asked already, but she's never ran away or been away for longer than a certain period of time, amount of time, nothing like that.
No, she's very dependent on us. I don't think she'd know what to do if she did run away. She's not the type. She's a good kid.
If she did it, it would be because she's trying to get away from your sick ass.
Besides the ADHD, is she diagnosed with anything else?
Yeah, she was tested a while back and had some symptoms of autism, so she's potentially on the spectrum there.
Okay.
She was officially diagnosed with it when she was younger, and then she was retested and said, well, she shows symptoms of being on the spectrum, but maybe not full-on autistic.
You make a U-turn, you go back to the McDonald's.
You gonna burn in hell. Fifi, thank you. Tiffany in the house too. Good to see you guys. Thanks for the love.
But you said that she still doesn't want the McDonald's.
Still doesn't want it. She was just going to eat the Danishes that I had given her.
So you're going up here now, still northbound on Jonghyun Parkway.
Danishes? Bro, you are crazy as hell. 13-year-old? I don't want a McGriddle or a hash brown or a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. You know what I'd like? Some of your Danishes. Oh, Give me a bit of your Danishes, I do say, good chap. Perhaps a hot tea with some milk? No. This dude is an idiot. Danishes? I wouldn't even take a Danish right now. I'd be like, hell no. I'm about to get a McGriddle. Danish. That's going to be your nickname in prison, you sick son of a bitch.
You make a left at Town Center this time.
Town Center, then make a right onto, yes.
And then you drop her off around like...
Dropped her off around halfway up the road there.
Okay. So keep in mind, all of this is still northbound.
Okay.
Right? You're still northbound on Jungyang Parkway.
Northbound.
So...
Yeah, donut. Hell yeah. I get down on some Krispy Kreme or something like that. But a Danish, like specifically a Danish, probably had walnuts in it too. This loser looks like he eats those gross ass things with walnuts and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Ugh. Not for me.
Why is your car seen going southbound at 8:10? At
Right, little me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 100%. That's his nickname in prison. Danish.
I'll show you what location it is. McDonald's is over here. At 8:10, your car is seen going southbound at this intersection. So meaning going toward Kisssimmee.
The cop should be like, yeah, and I've got the perfect sound to kind of describe what it is that's happening right now, and it goes like this.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
You sicko. By the way, TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. My name's Patrick. If you like true crime, I'm live every single night. Keep tapping the screen like crazy too, y'all. Let's get 75,000 likes. Thank you for all. Oh, Brooke, thank you for all the kisses and all that stuff. Very sweet of you guys. You don't have to do any of that, but I do appreciate the love and the support. TikTok or YouTube, same thing. Thanks for all the super chats, super stickers. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Same thing on Rumble. Thanks for the Rumble rants and the follows and likes and everything, y'all. I do these live streams every night, so if you like true crime, pop on in. Ooh, thank God's what is it? God Sent Angel. I like it. Thank you for the rose. First gift from Terry as well. Thank you so much. Y'all too sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's keep going. Oh, and TikTok, if you want to watch the video with us and not just listen, we're live on YouTube also. Just search The Mystery Project. It should be up here. The Mystery Project on YouTube. You can find the video. Come on over.
I had forgotten I had forgotten my gate clicker. I'm sorry. I forgot. I had gone back to the house real quick after we left because I forgot my gate clicker.
If you forgot your gate clicker, how'd you get back in to go get it from the place that you needed the gate clicker to get into in the first place, you lying idiot? I forgot my gate clicker. So I went back in where I would need to get my gate clicker to get back in, to then get back out to get back. What the fuck? Done.
Okay. So it was the wrong time. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was guesstimating these times. I'm not a morning person.
Now, even
what are you, 7 years old?
though Stephan says that Madeline was sleeping in the car, the investigative reports that were released say that upon reviewing the security video, a detective observed Stephan's vehicle exiting the complex with a female wearing a green sweater in the front passenger seat. It went on to say
Oh, Lord. Sarah, see, came over from TikTok. Hell yeah. Put a thumbs up if you did.
that the female was slumped over to the left, which they believe is an abnormal way for a person to be seated in a vehicle, which I agree, because typically if you're sleeping,
Jesse, thank you.
You're slumped over to the right, leaning up against the window. An interview that detectives did with Madeline's mother, Jennifer, on February 28th gave us insight into their family dynamic at their home. Jennifer told the investigators that she had been dating Stephan on and off for approximately 7 years and that he had moved out of their home in 2023. During the interview, Jennifer stated that while they were together, they would all either sleep in the same bed together or, and this part was redacted.
You what?
And it seems like they could be talking about Maddie would sleep with her mother when Stephan was not there. When asked if it was normal for Stephan and this redacted person to sleep together without
Micah, thank you.
her being there, she said yes.
That is crazy as hell.
Can you imagine? The report also said
Thank you for coming in and watching them.
that a detective showed a graphic photo from Stephan's phone to Jennifer during the interview and said that Jennifer did not want to believe that this redacted person, again, I believe that they're talking about Madeline, and Stephan were engaged in this type of activity. And she said that she did not recognize anything in the picture, as if she was in denial of what she was looking at. However, she became visibly upset. In this report, when the investigator spoke to Stephan, he allegedly told the officers that Madeline wanted the family to all share a bed and sleep together, and that
she's a kid, you weirdo. If she wants to be a pirate, you're gonna sell everything and move on to a fucking ship? Oh, well, she said she wanted to. Okay. Jesus Christ. God, you're gonna piss me off.
Madeline always needed human contact when she was going to sleep, and Stephan referred to it.
I got some human contact for him. Right here. Allegedly. TikTok and YouTube and everywhere else.
As snuggling. When the investigators asked Stephan about whether Madeline had any, like, history and that type of thing, Stephan said that there had been an incident involving a phone or a camera when she was much younger, but that she wasn't scolded for it. Madeline's biological father, Tyler, has since spoken out. He said that the last time that he saw his daughter was in October of 2023. He says that he was paying child support and kept in touch, but because they lived
That's Madeline's dad.
thousands of miles away from each other and money was tight, he and his wife,
Thousands of miles? Where did he live?
Tatiana, rarely got to see Madeline. Tyler says that he wishes Madeline would have told him what was going on. He also said that he would have taken her away from all of that, and that it's something that he's going to always have to live with and struggle with.
What do you want, people?
Oh, no, this poor man. Julie, thank you so much for the Off the Grid. You guys are very sweet. TheHauntedSide.com if you want to check that out. Thank you so much. Oh, this poor man, though.
To know. After all this is said and done, there's probably a few things.
It's not fair. Life isn't fair. You know, I loved my little girl. We were patient. We were taking our time. By our belief, we were doing everything right.
See, that is genuine emotion. That tells me he loved that little girl. And even though it sounds like he wasn't in her life because of the distance, he cared about her, he loved her, and if something bad happened to her, or if she was missing, that is how he would react. Unlike some of the other things I've seen, and I'm not saying anything, because she's not, she's not been charged or anything like that. It's all speculation. It's allegedly. Not even allegedly, it's just, But in my opinion, I see that and I say, I feel bad for him. I go, oh my God, my heart goes out to you, sir. The other one felt icky. You know what I mean? It felt like you're holding back. Something's not lining up. You know what I mean? Something's off. And typically when you feel that, it's because it's a lie or not the whole truth or something. Not saying in this case, I don't know. I'm not these people. I don't know. But the truth will come out. That I do know.
And it just happened like this, and there's no the rest of her life. There's no the back half. There's no making up for it. There's no improving. It's just done now.
Now, it is still not very clear where Jennifer was at the time that Madeline went missing. We know that she was at work the night before, and she actually missed Madeline's birthday party because of that, or that's what she said. She missed it. She was at work. She couldn't go to her birthday party. It also just isn't clear how much Jennifer
That's really weird too.
Knew about what all was going on between.
Isn't that weird? Like, one of two things would happen there. One, you just call off work. You'd be like, no, I'm not going into work on my kid's birthday, especially the birthday they turn into a teenager. And if you can't call off work, then you postpone the party or you do it earlier. You do it on a day that you're off. That's what I would do. Bama girl, thank you for the Galaxy Gang check-in. Very sweet, y'all. Very sweet. Trying to get 5 of those things. Thank you for the love.
Stephan and her daughter. Some people are wondering if she will eventually be charged with something as well, but I guess we'll all have to wait and see. So what are my opinions?
Angie too, thank you for the love.
This is horrifying. This is absolutely horrifying. There's so
That's one way to put it.
many questions. I feel terrible. I don't know what was going on in Madeline's life where she did not feel comfortable telling her mother, unless her mother, I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, but I will say this. Things don't add up in this case for me at all. Even with him being arrested, and I hope if he is guilty that he gets the full extent of the punishment or the law that he can get.
Damn, you know what she's saying. Read between the lines, y'all. Read between the lines what Christina Randall is saying right there. She's hoping he gets the full extent. Remember, his nickname in prison is going to be Danish.
Okay, it's just... But this is what I'm wondering happened. I don't know what all the mom's involvement is, but I know that just the things that were omitted to me are very disturbing. As a mother, as a parent, if I was an aunt, if I was a neighbor, I don't know. It just seems whatever. I can't help but to wonder if he had been grooming Maddie and doing all of these things, and she was getting to the age she was realizing how wrong it was, and he was freaking out. He knew that she was going to say something at some point, and that's why he did what he did.
Ugh.
That's the only thing I can think of, because he could probably manipulate her, allegedly, because he's not found guilty yet, while she was little. But I just don't understand. I have questions for the mother. And I do want to say that the video of her that is out at her 13th birthday party, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, but this is just part of my opinion. She didn't have any friends there. It was just a few people. There were all these photos of her that she had no friends there. Where are her friends at? She's 13. You know?
Yeah, she should have like dozens of little kids running around.
You know, what kind of party was this? Were they keeping her isolated other than going to school because things were going on? I don't know. It seems very strange.
Oh my God. It's true though. Where were the kids? Where were the rest of the kids? What kind of party was it? That is weird. Shout out real quick. We got another one. Should we do another one, y'all? Should we do another one? Because Vinny was talking about it too. Vinny Politan. He was talking about it too. VPI. Vinny Politan investigates. Is it? Oh, monthly supporter. Thank you so much. Brooke, thank you for the Galaxy 2. Kira. Kira, is that how you pronounce that? I think that's right. I think I got it. Thank you for becoming a supporter on Rumble. Very freaking sweet. Thank you so much. And y'all, come on over to YouTube if you want to watch the video with us. We got one last one. YouTube, it's the Mystery Project on YouTube. Jesse, thank you. One left. You guys are insane. Keep in mind, y'all, the channel, the TikTok is not monetized at all, other than the live gifts and the subscription. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. You don't have to do that at all, but I do appreciate it. It helps me go live every single night. Okay, let's go. One more video.
To Vinny Politan Investigates. Child sex abuse cases are difficult, and most of the time it's someone very close to
oh Lord, TikTok overlords. Angie, thank you.
The child who is responsible which makes it even more challenging. Now imagine the world of 13-year-old Madeline Soto, sent to sleep in a bed with her mom's boyfriend by her own mother.
You what?
Now that man is accused of abusing and killing that child.
Dear God.
I've covered this case in depth on my weeknight show, Closing Arguments, and what you're
Please read her family. Her friend party was the weekend before. That was the family. Okay. Thank you, Southern Mom.
about to see are some of the most important moments from that program as I investigate the tragic life and death of Madeline Soto. Madeline Soto's 13th birthday party was on Sunday, February 25th. The party was at a relative's house and she was surrounded by family. But one person who wasn't there was her mother, Jenn Soto. She was working. Madeline's mother and father were not together. In fact, her dad married another woman a couple of months after she was born. But there was a man living in her house, her mom's boyfriend, Stephan Sterns.
You mispronounced. That's not a man that was living in her house.
Sterns was at the birthday party, and at some point after the party and before she was supposed to be at school the next day, Madeline was murdered. Sterns was the last known person to be with her, and he is alleged to have hundreds of disturbing photos on his phone of Madeline being sexually abused. Sterns has been charged in 2 separate cases. The first for the sexual abuse of Madeline depicted on his phone, and the second for the murder of Madeline. New information has been released in the case, and we are going to analyze that evidence. We'll listen to key parts of Sterns' 43-minute police interview.
We got out the door maybe 7:30-ish, 7:45-ish, maybe. Got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of the time, just snoozing until we got there.
And we'll look at the evidence connected to Madeline's mother, including statements from her indicating she allowed her daughter to sleep in the same bed with Stephan when she wasn't home and sometimes when she was home. Could she be charged? We'll answer that question as we continue our investigation into the tragic life and death of Madeline Soto.
Dear God.
So we have a lot of questions tonight. We're going to try to answer some of them. We're going to bring in some experts, and we're going to begin with Stephan Sterns, the defendant, the accused killer, because there's no charges against Jenn Soto. She's not been charged, hasn't been named as a suspect, hasn't been eliminated. They say the investigation is continuing, but hasn't been named as a suspect, hasn't been charged with anything. Stephan Sterns has. So let's take a listen now to his story and what he told police.
So we woke up early. The plan was that we were going to get McDonald's breakfast on the way, so we made an amazingly good time
I
getting
don't mean
out
to
the door.
interrupt you, okay? Neither of us were here yesterday, so if you can be kind of like specific about like times and stuff like that, okay?
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand, so we wanted to make good time. We did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30-ish, 7:45-ish, maybe. Got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of the time.
Right, a little me. Yep, 100%.
Just snoozing until we got there. We got to McDonald's. We're close to McDonald's. I said, "Do you still want it?" She wasn't interested in the McDonald's anymore, so we continued on. And she wanted to be dropped off a little down the ways from the school. She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hoopties. I get it. It's an image thing. But that was sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40-ish. Somewhere in there. It was along the stretch of the road that on the right side that has all the communities on it. Before you get to the overpass. We could see the overpass from where it was. So it was on that side, on that stretch of road, and that's where I dropped her off. She said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to go find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, yeah, it's fine. kids get dropped off early enough as it is. It's not totally unusual for that to happen. It's just not usually that early that I drop her off. I do school runs every once in a while for her. I said, okay, let her out. Have a good day. Love you. Thanks. Love you too. And I turned around and was driving away and was watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was going where she's supposed to go. And she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something.
God, this guy sucks.
What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that, but I found out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone.
Oh, yeah, really? You're just going to lie through your damn teeth? TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. Tap the screen like crazy. We just hit 75,000 likes. Can we get 100,000? Thank you so much. But my name's Patrick. Hit the follow button if you like true crime. I'm live every night. Plus, we're live on YouTube right now as well, where you can actually see the video. So if you're interested in watching the video along with us, come on over. Kim, thank you for hitting that goal. Very sweet. Galaxy Gang checking in. Come over, search The Mystery Project on YouTube. You'll find the video, and you can subscribe and watch along with us and do all the things. Hit the thumbs up button too, y'all. How many likes do we have on it, y'all? 104. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, here we go. Let's continue on.
But she was still kind of making her way towards that direction, so it looked okay. Looked like any other day. And I just continued on.
After you dropped her off, what did you do?
They talked to her for a minute. I told
Julia,
her, made sure, is it all right that you're going early? Because it was still early. She said, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to hang out and wait for my friends to get there, which she does sometimes, so it didn't sound, outrageous or anything. And that was it. Told her to have a good day. I loved her. She told me she loved me too. I turned around to leave, and I was watching her in my rearview mirror, and she looked like she was walking in the right direction. She was rummaging in her bag a little bit, like I said, but still sort of just shambling in the right direction while she was doing it. So it looked normal. It looked okay.
The part that gets me is the rummaging through the bag. The backpack was found in the dumpster back at their subdivision. Like, he's out.
Yeah, he's lying through his teeth. She didn't even have a bag. Well, we know that it's all a lie, but he's making that up, but they have video of you throwing that away?
On video at 7:35 at the dumpster, by the way.
Yeah.
So we know for sure that's a lie. So you get an idea of what a lie sounds like from this man. Coming up next.
Yeah. Every breath you take, every move you make, that's a lie. You sicko. Y'all, his nickname's Danish in prison. Hit me with the Danishes, because that's what this dude is.
We know he's a liar. He's making this stuff up, and he's getting caught. You could see in listen to his voice pitch, and he's a
loser.
Agrees with him. He goes, okay. It's because he knows.
She wanted to be dropped off a little down the ways from the school. She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hoopties. I get it. It's an image thing. But that was sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40-ish. Somewhere in there. It was along the stretch of the road that on the right side that has all the communities on it. Before you get to the overpass, you could see the overpass from where it was. So it was on that side, on that stretch of road, and that's where I dropped her off. She said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, yeah, it's fine. Kids get dropped off early enough as it is. It's not totally unusual for that to happen. It's just not usually that early that I drop her off.
I don't believe anything that you're saying. You just sound like this, and everything you're saying is monotone, and you're just losing.
Do school runs every once in a while for her.
What you say and how you say it reveals a lot. And when you're suspected in the disappearance of a child, it can be even more revealing. Here's more of our investigation into the case of Madeline Soto. Let's bring in our experts, special guest, clinical and forensic psychologist, researcher, expert on violent crime, and the author of The New Evil, Dr. Gary Brucato is back with us. Also joining us, human behavior expert, jury consultant, Susan Constantine. Great to see you both. Let me begin with you, Susan. As you listen to his voice, that the whole thing about rummaging through the backpack, we know that is him lying because of the backpack on video at the dumpster, and that's where the backpack is found. And he was there at 7:35. So what do you think and what do you hear in his voice, in his story?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
That's all she's got to say. Just play that soundbite, lady.
Well, I have to tell you, as you guys all know, that he flunked the test like miserably. So, you know, when you're looking at the language, but his overall voice is over explaining. He's
Rambling. That's what we call it. Rambling. And when you say something and you're confident in something, you say it. Like when I say, this guy sucks, you can feel that. Hit you with that vibrato. Sucks. Right? He's over there like, and then I don't know. I was just walking down the street. Sounds a lot like that dude that was crying in the grass, acting crazy as hell. JP Miller.
he feels like he's a victim. You can feel and hear this kind of victimization in his vocal cords, and it's like he's overwhelmed. He's really tired. In fact, I think at some point he says, you know, I had to take tranquilizers because I was just really overwhelmed. So it's really about him. He's a vulnerable narcissist. I've said this before, but overall, when I was looking at the statements, there's so much deception, Vinny. We need a whole show for just this.
Oh, damn. That's it. Kira, thank you for supporting the show. You got yourself the Dark Heather pullover hoodie, the True Crime Time. Thank you so much, y'all. TheHauntedSide.com. Go check it all out.
But I'd love to be able to break this down.
Okay. Dr. Gary Brucato, from your perspective, hearing him tell his story about what happened, and at this point, they have not found Madeline. They are searching for a missing girl.
Well, my impression is that it sounds like somebody making up a story as it goes along. And it's important to remember that this interview is February 27th, and Madeline goes missing on February 26th. So we're talking about somebody who theoretically could have killed, eliminated a person after a long period of filming sexual abuses and things like that. Is less than 24 hours later is here presenting in the way that's being described here, with this kind of victimized tone and so forth. But there's also this quality of making a gallant effort to kind of try to sound like Father of the Year. You know, you get this kind of father knows best quality to the story where she's saying, I love you, and what the fuck? He's watching in the rearview mirror, making sure she's okay. But what we have alongside that picture is the picture.
Aaron, thank you. Jilly, thanks for subscribing. So sweet. You guys are the best.
Of somebody who is making this big loving story about the backpack. The backpack has been like unceremonially dumped into a trash can. The kid that he's talking about, he may very well have killed less than 24 hours before, and you wind up with this
unbelievable,
bone-chilling comparison between that story and the grim reality of what might have really happened, and it's sickening.
Okay, let's listen to another piece of the interview, and here he's actually called out by the investigator who is interviewing him because he has some information that is the exact opposite of what Sterns is saying. Let's watch or listen.
You make a U-turn, you go back to the McDonald's, but you said that she still doesn't want the McDonald's.
Still doesn't want it. She was just going to eat the Danishes that I had given her.
So you're going up here now, still northbound on Jonghyun.
Nope. Kim, thank you.
Parkway. You make a left at Town center this time.
Town center, then make a right onto, yes.
And then you drop her off around like
dropped her off around halfway up the road there.
Okay. So keep in mind, all of this is still northbound.
Okay.
Right? You're still northbound on Jungyang Parkway.
Northbound.
So why is your car seen going southbound at 8:10?
Total silence. He's like, oh shit, think of something, think of something, think of something. Oh, I forgot my clicker.
I'll show you what location it is.
Kim, thank you.
McDonald's is over here. At 8:10, your car is seen going southbound at this intersection. So meaning going toward Kisssimmee.
I had forgotten something. I had forgotten my gate clicker. I'm sorry. I forgot. I had gone back to the house real quick after we left because I had forgotten my gate clicker. I actually had to.
Who forgets? Okay, first off, you forget your gate clicker. Okay, how'd you get back in to go get it? What exactly did the gate clicker do? You already left and you got back in. What'd you need it for? What were you clicking away at? The gate clicker for the vape shop? That doesn't make sense. The gate clicker to McDonald's? Nope. That's fake. The gate clicker to, I don't know, a horrible alibi? That certainly seems to be what was actually opened.
Go through the front gate and use my parking pass to grab my clicker.
Yeah, Aaron, exactly. The gate clicker to BS land.
So it was the wrong time. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was guesstimating these times. I'm not a morning person.
Bro, you're not a person. You're not a morning person, and you're not a person. You're not a person.
All right, Susan. It's just like we've got a telephone booth with an elephant in it. But go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's just making this up on the fly, right? So he's kind of waiting what the police officer's saying, and he's trying to then fill in the blanks. That's what a lot of them do. What do you know? And then I've got to try to figure out and maneuver around all those facts that you have. And then he's coming up with excuses like, oh my goodness, I forgot to have my V8. You know, I need to go back and go and get my my clicker. But when you look at his language, I mean, this is what's really astounding. If you just look over the whole big picture, one of the things I want you to pay attention to is every single time he gives you a timeline. When he mentions a time, we find that in statements, when they make them, there's somewhere in there that number they pull out at the top of their head was generally something to do with the murder or the crime or something to do with it. He used so many contractures and missing pronouns where he didn't put himself into the story. He'll say woke up, or doesn't put I woke up, or she's rustling through her backpack. She may have done that another time, but he is like playing that as if it was happening in that present tense, but it may have happened before. So you have to see how this liar lies. And when you look at the totality of everything that he had spoken about, I mean, he is using the word after a lot, which is like passing of time. He uses justifications and minimizing his actions. He over-explains. I mean, he said the word so 26 times, Vinny. And then
he said it so many times.
Word but. And but is what we call beholding the truth. Anything that is happening before that, you can even erase it. And then anything that comes after it, you should be very skeptical. And that's when he's talking about these backpacks. All these specific events. Look through the statement. It is astounding, truly. I mean, there's 11 pages of it. I've made all these notes on here. It is outstanding. So anyway, overall, we know he's a liar. He's making this stuff up and he's getting caught. You could see listen to his voice pitch, and he actually agrees with him. He goes, okay. It's because he knows. So then he's got to quickly conjure up something like, and come up with another story. But there's a long pause because he's listening to what the officer is saying. In the meantime, he is already constructing his next story.
It's unreal. As you described, not putting the pronouns in. Same exact thing happened in another case we're covering. Maya Miliete, her husband Larry, when he was telling his story to a reporter, he did the same exact thing, and his voice almost sounds similar in the way he's doing it. Still to come.
I think the fact that it was the phone that he seemed to get a little extra freaked about has to do with the fact that the phone figured so powerfully into his fantasy life. It is obviously the place where he kept all kinds of images of God knows what involving this child.
Jesus.
The idea that now that private world was going to be shared with somebody else.
There are many reasons why we don't want to be without our phone, like missing important calls or text messages. But for accused child sex...
Or going live on TikTok every single night with y'all. That's a good reason for me. Welcome in, y'all. Hit the follow button. If you're new here, tap the screen like crazy. Let's get 100,000 likes. Tiffany Watson in the house. Good to see you, y'all. Thank you for all the gifts, too. Thanks for the little donut things. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Welcome in on the YouTube channel as well. Y'all subscribe, hit the follow button, do all the things. Tiffany, Galaxy Gang. So sweet. How you doing, Tiffany? Lovely to see you. Always a pleasure. All right, let's continue on. YouTube, hey, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and TikTok. If you want to watch the video with us, like actually see the video, we're live on YouTube at the same time every single night, and Rumble. Just search The Mystery Project on YouTube and Rumble. You'll find the channel. Come on in.
Ex-abuser Stephan Sterns. It might have something to do with the hundreds of images allegedly found on his phone. Let's take a listen to a little bit more. And this is the moment, Dr. Gary Brucato, where he has to give up his phone. And we know what's on the phone. He knows what's on the phone. The officers are about to find out, but let's take a listen to how that goes.
In the meantime, while we're waiting for all this to get sorted out, I am going to hold on to your phone, okay? I'll give it back to you when we're done.
No, you won't.
Okay? Do you have any questions for us?
How long are you gonna need my phone?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for my supervisor to call me.
My dad. It's just my dad's using that to get a hold of me and get updates.
They can call Jen's phone.
Okay.
Did the other detective give you his business card?
My dad needs to call me. Well, he can call the other phone.
I believe so.
Okay, well, here's mine in case you want it for any reason.
Okay.
Okay? Do you swear that everything you told us is true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
All right, Dr. Gary Brucato, we also have to remember that the phone, when he handed it over, he said, oh, yeah, I accidentally did a factory reset on it yesterday.
Well, it fascinates me because with some of these types of people, one of the signs of lacking empathy is that you can't feel that other people could tell that your story is ridiculous, that you actually think they're
good point
believing you and that you're controlling them.
Ironically, I felt that. I 100%. Think about that. That's crazy as hell and so true.
And it's quite interesting. You imagine that stories like this might have worked on children, but they certainly don't work very well when trying to deceive an adult. And
especially one trained in law enforcement, like a detective.
I think the fact that it was the phone that he seemed to get a little extra freaked about has to do with the fact that the phone figured so powerfully into his fantasy life. It is obviously the place where he kept all kinds of images of God knows what involving this child. But it wasn't only the idea of the culpability if those things were discovered, but the idea that now that private world was going to be shared with somebody else. And offenders with whom I've communicated discuss that kind of thing, resenting the idea that that fantasy is no longer within their control and that someone else is going to see it. And I'll say finally that a book title waiting to happen is the line that he says in the interview where he says, "I'm not a morning person." And if you change the spelling of morning to M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G, I think you have the truth of the story here.
Absolutely. Let's take a listen to one more piece of his interview here. Again, here now he's talking, Susan, about those
God, we have to listen to him talk more.
Tranquilizers and his panic attacks.
Oh, I'll show you a panic attack, allegedly.
I don't recall. You have to ask her if we went anywhere. I don't recall. I was so zonked out on Ativan at that point. Okay. Because I was a wreck. I don't.
And this would have been when?
Yes, thank you.
I don't recall us going anywhere last night, but I honestly, at that point, my brain was mush, and I was on so many tranquilizers to keep me stable. It's just.
You said Ativan?
Yeah.
Do you usually take that? Or?
Yeah, I have a prescription. I haven't needed it in a long time, though. But
what's that for?
Anxiety.
Okay.
I was having these rolling panic attacks and breaking down crying, and it was the only way I could get to sleep last night. And then again this afternoon. That's why I missed your calls. I'm sorry. I took an Ativan and conked out for a few hours.
I'm so sure that's why you missed their calls. You didn't want to answer their phone call because of that. God.
Time when I'm not crying.
Guys, Susan, we have about 30 seconds here.
Okay, first of all, I want to mention one thing. I'm going to back up a little bit. Anytime somebody puts the word phone in their statement, it's generally associated with a crime scene. So we've seen that 4 times. Now, when we're listening to his Ativan deal, this is for him to kind of detach, and he's trying to conjure a story up because he's not going to be available. So that's what he's really telling you. All this other stuff is just smoke and mirrors. He's not available. He's having a hard time sleeping. When your parent loses their child, they're not sleeping or trying to sleep. They're out there looking for their kid.
100%.
Understanding the world of a child sex abuser is important. What they do, how they...
Oh, that's the end of it. Is that really the end of it?
So that's what he's really telling you. All this other stuff is just smoke and mirrors. He's not available. He's having a hard time sleeping. When your parent loses their child, they're not sleeping or trying to sleep. They're out there looking for their kid.
Oh my God, that's the end of it. That is the end of that episode. Y'all, give me a break. This dude is crazy as hell. He's going to burn in hell. And thank God he was brought to justice. Or at least he's facing justice right now. We'll see what happens in the court of law. But sweet baby Jesus, what a monster. Bye. Adios, dude. You're gone. TikTok. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. YouTube and Rumble. I'm going to end the stream now. You guys, hashtag Team Rewatch. Rewatch it. Share it everywhere. Leave a comment after it ends. Do all the things. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night.